For more than a year, he posed as a member of the notorious hate group, the Aryan Nations, as the white supremacists moved their headquarters into north-central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this is amazing. Now he's out and talking about what he saw and what he heard and what he now fears. Our Bruce Gordon joins us with a story that you're only going to see here on Fox News.
George and Dawn, when we first visited the Aryan Nation's compound last November, Mike Spencer was introduced to us as the group's Minister of Security. Well, unbeknownst to us and to the Aryan Nations, Mike Spencer was actually Mike Reed, an infiltrator and informant bent on destroying the group from the inside.
Sometimes the best way to attack the beast is go into the belly of the beast, learn how the beast operates.
For Michael Reed, that attack began in January of last year.
We had moved out here for a peaceful way of life.
Reed and his wife had come to Tioga County from New Jersey, only to discover the growing presence of the Aryan Nations in neighboring Potter County.
It's not where we want a presence of the Aryan Nations here. We're going to have it. It's a fact. It's a done deal.
You wanted to find out what these guys were all about for yourself.
Right, and then school the community.
So Reed picked up the telephone and called the group's Minister of Propaganda, August Kreis, posing as a potential new member.
Tell him I'm an interested, like-minded racist, but need more to learn. If he's going to give me the information, I'll get more and more. I figured once my stomach got about wretched and sick of it, I'd back out.
Reed quickly found a place in the Aryan Nation's hate-filled hierarchy, working closely with Kreis.
Not a Jew must be left alive, period.
And the Aryan Nation's new leader, Ray Redferrin.
This country was founded by and for white people. So was Canada. And we're going to have that back.
August is a windbag. He talks a lot. Ray Redferrin is pure evil.
In August, hoping to capitalize on Michael's Army background, Redferrin named him Minister of Security. His job, says Michael, would be to train members in the use of military weapons.
Just like these, against Jewish people, primarily. Anybody else that kind of got in the way.
By now, Reed, as Security Minister Spencer, was spending several days a week with his racist cohorts.
I kept notes, detailed notes on every activity, time, date, everything.
All the while keeping his true identity, his true beliefs, a secret.
Every time I go there, I pray to God that I'm not going to get caught and killed and they're going to see me and all these horrible things are going to happen.
Reed says his access to Aryan Nations meetings made it clear to him the group has few official members and even less money.
What they have, though, is a following, and that's the important thing. They have tens of thousands of followers.
The goal of Aryan Nations, says Reed, is to attract new followers from among the young.
They will do anything you want. You get them young, you can change their minds. You can mold them into what you want.
An army of young zealots immersed in a twisted religion in which Jews represent Satan's children.
Make it a spiritual reason why you need to kill these people.
Reed's undercover work came to a climax on January 18th in York during a sometimes violent clash between white supremacists and a large group of counter-demonstrators.
And yes, the Jew is through in 2002.
There's Reed as Minister Spencer in full uniform with white supremacist Matt Hale.
White solidarity!
You're out there and you're in the uniform of the Aryan Nations and you're screaming racial names at folks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to keep up. I mean, you got to play it.
Free speech in York! White solidarity!
It was ugly. The whole scene in New York was pretty ugly. We had all our windows smashed out. We got surrounded. They tried to flip our truck over. We almost rammed a patrol car trying to get out of the area. It was anarchy, complete craziness.
White solidarity!
For Reed, it was the beginning of the end. In March, he removed his ski mask and uniform and revealed his true identity.
Going to these places, living with these people on the weekends, doing the work and absorbing myself in white supremacy, I'd reached my breaking point.
You'd had enough?
Definitely had enough.
It won't surprise you to learn the Aryan Nation's leadership is not very happy about being duped by Reed. August Kreis agreed to talk to us about the infiltration, then backed out of the interview, claiming Reed wasn't worth his time. But for weeks after Reed's announcement, the Aryan Nation's website featured a blistering attack on the man and his mission, calling him a, quote, rat-faced Jew lover. Reed's picture and address, his home and work phone numbers were listed. His reaction to numerous death threats?
I wouldn't say nervous, and I certainly wouldn't say scared. Cautious? Absolutely.
Reed has tightened security on his 13-acre property and now spends much of his time warning others of the violence threatened by the Aryan Nations.
They will do what they say they're going to do someday.
But for now, Reed believes he has helped protect the little town he calls home from a hateful group that he has seen from the inside.
This is God's work. It will continue to be God's work. And if I have to keep my eye over the back of my shoulder, so be it.
As we told you, Reed began this undercover work on his own, but later contacted authorities interested in knowing the inner workings of the Aryan Nations. Reed says since his coming out, he has shared his information and his insights with hate group watchdogs and with law enforcement. The Aryan Nation says they will not be deterred, but Reed says he hopes he has dealt them a bit of a blow.